my life could have taken a very different turn. Somehow, some way, I decided to get off the streets, and there was a lot of kids like myself running the streets with very limited hope and limited resources, and I thought we could do something different. And that's kind of where Los Angeles started. It was trying to make a bigger impact for kids that were struggling with homelessness. My name is Valencia. I'm Executive Director and founder of Los Angeles Children's Project. Where we're at in the high desert here in Lancaster, Palmdale, we're the #1 of the amount of foster care in all of LA County. And I see a lot of these kids as almost younger versions of ourselves, and I'm watching them go through some of the same struggles and bang their head against the wall in the same way that we did. You already know when you're being inappropriate. All right, let's go. About 3 o'clock, kids are showing up from school. We have about an hour of tutoring and homework. You guys want to eat? We get about a half an hour of, we sit down, everyone has a meal together. And then we get about 2 hours of vocational training, whether we're working on different semesters we offer, from our welding and metal fabrication to body work and paint to electrical and motor work. Everything that we teach is kind of revolved around classic car restoration. We're trying to show kids how they can create a life, not just as a mechanic, but as a lot of these hands-on trades. Actually, what we're gonna do is we might start with the bigger ones, like this, and then we'll work our way down. The smaller it gets like that, the more detailed, the more harder it's gonna get. We take all the same skills of reading a tape measure and learning how to paint, and we break them down into smaller art projects. And then we started creating their own clothing brand, their own silk screening print shop.
It pulls it back, so it comes out like that.
And they're excited so far. It's still barely work, it's still fun, but we're trying to create money in their pocket, a resume, work experience, and everything that comes along with that. Well done.
If we really want to,
That's nice. All we want to do is provide support for these kids, but I couldn't do it without someone else supporting us. And then there's foundations like Durfee, who they like to see people with a new innovative idea come up and make it work and make an impact. It wouldn't work without both. With the Springboard grant, there was a grant that was spread out over 2 years, plus a mentor that was provided from Durfee with a certain amount of hours of work that he was willing to work with us in any kind of capacity.
Let's take a look at everything: board, staffing, finances, programs, everything. Plot it out and say, here's where we're doing well, here's where we need some help.
His vast knowledge and all the mistakes that he's made to keep us from making those was just a huge win for us. Years of experience in the back of your ear telling you things that at first you're like, no, you don't get it, you don't understand. This is what we're facing. They face the same problems. And it took me a minute to figure that out, but I think it was the support that came. It wasn't just the financial, but it was the educational side, and I think just the compassion that I felt like Durfee kind of showed up, and they really jumped in and put their boots on and wanted to see this actually succeed. Every year we restore a classic car and we sell raffle tickets throughout the community, and people come Labor Day weekend to a car show in Ventura, and they have a chance to win this car. And it's a car that in the last few years our kids have been working on. It's part of our curriculum, and these kids have had their hands on. And last year Durfee was out there with us in Ventura.
Seriously, thank you everybody for getting involved and buying tickets. Much love, thank you guys.
I think they really understand, they really know their people, of who they work with as far as mentors and grantees. And you know, a year later, and we're looking at the following year and setting our budgets and CPAs and bookkeepers and all the other really stressful stuff, but we're kind of starting to make sense of it all. And I think we could create a bigger venture where we can have more curriculum to be able to offer more stuff for more kids and really make a bigger impact in this community and in other communities. Change the future of what foster care looks like.